right, hello again there, friends and fans. Raptor here, and welcome back to our second episode on Skyhaven. My lovely friend Pinto, who you can find down below in the description. Pinto, just like the horse and just like the bean, has made a lovely airport for me to try out with a few different features and things designed. So if you guys want to check out this game, make sure you check down below in the description for their Kickstarter as we continue on checking out all the things from the Age of Flight. Pinto's worked his way up to 1937, and it looks like we've got ourselves a cargo loading area over here, passengers over there, and then various different services here. So we're going to try to work with his design and see exactly what we can do, and we're also going to finish up some more research in order to get things such as the coveted flight scheduling and a few other things that's just going to take some time. Pinto did a really good job of pretty much making a parking spot for all the planes and really designing a neat little airport that's a little different than mine. Mine was kind of set up more for efficiency, but I think his looks very nice, and hopefully we see it to be profitable very soon. We're going to wait until the next flight then here. That should come sometime in the day. Nighttime is where you can design and build and modify your airport and add additional cargo planes, or rather cargo trucks for the planes, and so much more. So let's see what our boy's got here for a few different ramps. Looks like he's only got 3 ramps for passengers, which is interesting. It's not a bad choice at all in order to separate some things, but I'm needing some money, so we're just going to take whatever we can and have them come on into our landing zone. So we'll have some planes come in here shortly and see what he's got linked up here. So it looks like the one on the far left is for cargo, and oh, he hasn't actually linked his luggage handling yet to that section, so we'll get that done too, so that way we can pick up luggage. And there we go, and that should allow us to have even more passengers come in and out. Perfect. And then we'll see what else he's got hooked up here. So he's got a barrel stock here, which is for fuel, so he's got a refueling station there, and then another one over here, which is actually quite good for efficiency, because if he needs to refuel planes here or here, they can be separated in 2 different sections. Let's go ahead and speed up time again here to see the planes come on in, and then we'll see all of our passengers get out and do whatever they need to do. Plane circles around and pulls up to one of those sections. You guys wanted to see more, so again, if you want to see more of this game, make sure, if you haven't already, to click, tap, destroy, blow up that like button, because this game is great, and I really want to see more and more people get awareness of it, of course. So thank you very much for helping to support the spreading of the word on this neat new game. We're almost out of debt. Seems like Pinto's got a little bit of a, I guess, a little bit of a problem with his airport where it's just not making as much money just yet. But again, mine was designed more for efficiency. His is more for looking pretty. So, oh yeah, look at that. All these planes lined up here. Look at that. Cool. All the cargo planes are being loaded up there. Oh, that's awesome. Very cool. Let's get this airplane thing out. Actually, there's so many incoming flights that I can't even close this little window here. That's great. Let's see. So eventually I'll be able to unlock automatic flight scheduling. With that, we'll be able to see if we can get a little bit more money too, because we won't have to do it by hand anymore. All right, look at that. All those planes are being reloaded. A lot of big planes here. Very big planes. A lot of different ones too. Douglas, what was that, a DC-3 look like? Yeah, there's some more of them there on the field. And Royal Aviation Companies, etc., etc. Very cool to see those coming in. Research is ready to go again. Let's go for Office Works. I want that flight scheduling. We've got to work our way all the way down there. So Pinto said you can do about 3 or 4 research a day based on what you're researching and how quickly it takes. We'll see. Looks like there's also an Aero Kitchen that he's got available too. So that's another thing that can allow for catering for passengers and whatnot. So that's kind of cool. We'll continue to accept all of our flights here. So in our first episode, we really got to building the airport and making it look good and make it efficient and unlock more research. And now in the second episode that you all wanted to see, we're now kind of seeing a little bit more what the game has to offer in terms of complexity and different systems working together. So obviously repairing aircraft, refueling aircraft, loading and unloading aircraft, putting catering services on board. It's 1940 now, and we'll probably see eventually some more advanced planes, but I don't think we can get up to the age of jet engines or anything just yet. Though we still need to unlock things such as tarmacs and whatnot, and a lot of research takes a lot of time. So I don't know, I mean, some of this unlocks in 1910, but it's taken us like 30 years just to unlock, like, for example, paper clips and other things that help research and whatnot, so that's kind of funny. Let's speed up time again here so we can see all these trucks load and unload stuff. I've also noticed Pinto needs to buy a few vehicles here for certain services, like, for example, the passengers to be transported back and forth from the gate, so that's probably something that we're missing there. So let's go ahead and do that. I think we need to buy a, I want a shop for one of these trucks here. Oh, it's $760, that's why. So I upgraded the garage when I didn't need to. So some of these planes are sitting around because they're actually waiting for the passengers and whatnot to actually be taken off the plane. So we just need to earn a little bit more cash for that. Then we should be good to go. Kind of interesting working with somebody else's airport, because he's done a really good job of making this like satisfactory to look at and to actually like play with. So it's kind of neat. And of course, Pinto has his own YouTube channel as well. And I've linked that down below in the description. And Pinto should have said hi in the comments section, too. He's an up-and-coming YouTuber with not even 100 subs. So do yourself a solid and subscribe to him. He is the man who knows pretty much everything about airports and airplanes, as his parents both work for an airlines company. And that boy was basically born on a plane. All right, we're getting some good money now. Planes are starting to be loaded and unloaded with things that they need to. All right, that was a good fix there. So we got 2 passenger vehicles here for unloading cargo and unloading passengers, and it looks like everything else is unloading mail and cargo. He's done a really good job. Wow, we're making big money now. That boy did a good job. Excellent work, Pinto. Let's see here. A little bit more in the cargo and the inspection. Oh, yeah, we're getting all these areas occupied. Beautiful. Now, automatic flight scheduling will just basically pick the most efficient and expensive aircraft for us. So whoever has the least amount of needs and will give us the most amount of money will be permitted to land on the airfield, which is good because we're basically looking to try to build everything that we can in the shortest amount of time. As you can see here, research on office furniture is almost done, then paper trays, internal circulation like internal mail, and then eventually we can do flight scheduling, which I'm going to try to get done as soon as possible, so that way I can focus on just building more services for our aircraft, so that way we can basically have everything coming in. Oh, actually, we're maxed out on planes. Cool to see them take off. Again, unfortunately, no sound in the game. Again, this is very early pre-alpha, so if you have not seen the first episode, again, do yourself a solid and check out that first episode where we build things from scratch. This is just a little bonus extendo to see some more of what the end game has to offer. Oh, wow, there's all sorts of real aircraft in here. Boeing and Douglas DCs, and oh, wow, there's actually a Boeing 30, and a Super Electra. What was that other plane there? It looked like it disappeared, but oh, man, there's some really cool planes here. And wow, are we making some money. Excellent. With all these services that we're providing for the aircraft now, we're really making a lot of money on providing things like maintenance and whatnot. We need PAX hosting, which essentially is like a kind of more like a hospitality upgrade. So we're going to need to research that too. So it looks like second-level research is underway right here. I think we can only do research one at a time, though we have maxed out on clerks, and I don't think we can buy more than one office in order to speed up that research, but it could be a good experiment. Let's see here. So in this game, in order to do research, wow, look, now we have a slider for all the things we have to do. There's an office building, and with the office building, that's where your researchers will be. So I'm going to try to see if we can extend our research now to have 20. Yeah, there we go. All right, so that's what we needed to do in order to really speed up research there. So note to self, in this game, it's a good idea to build 2 offices to double your research and probably build 3 or 4. So that way you can start really unlocking that research before it becomes too late. And by too late, I mean like having biplanes in 1940 is kind of a little outdated. Having the guy like looking like Snoopy sitting on the doghouse delivering mail is a little past us at that point. It's still probably taking place, but our airport is supposed to be big and beautiful, baby. So we're trying to make as much money as possible. Good. We've already earned back quite a bit of cash from the initial purchase of that other office, and the airport's really doing great. I really want to see this game have a beautiful skybox and some other things. I've seen some wonderful images from the developers of this game being way past this part. This is no kidding a pre-alpha. Some of the stuff that they're showing off makes me jealous because I want to get my hands on it. They're showing off catering vehicles, loading and unloading, people getting off of aircraft to be loaded onto buses to be brought to the terminal. It's beautiful. And wow, little headlights on the trucks. I did not see that before. That is really awesome. Good job to the devs for all the little details here. Some people were saying they didn't like the cartoony style. I'll agree, it kind of looks a little cartoony, but to be honest, I think this is somewhere between the realm of like realistic and cartoony. I mean, at least the planes are real. These are real aircraft and such, and they just kind of have that little like a black outline around them, which is okay, I suppose. It doesn't really, I don't know, I don't have an opinion about it one way or another. I want to see if the game flows nice and has all these features and different things that you can do and systems that make it unique, and it definitely does. Oh man, look at those planes go. That is so cool. All right, we made about almost $3,500 on this stream here, or on this day, I guess, to which some of these planes are still sitting around. No workers, it says. That's interesting. Do workers not work at night? I still see refueling taking place. There's the large barrel stock there. So what's going on? Some of these planes... Oh, it says boarding is blocked. Oh, is that because that car is sitting in the way. The developers did say that certain things were going to be a problem. So if a plane gets stuck, you just click the X to get it out of there in order to... oh, there you go. Yeah, performing refueling. Oh, actually, are we... Well, we're working at actually supersonic speed. It shouldn't take that long. Some of these planes are just being, I guess, refueled, which is apparently taking a long time. So let's go ahead and just cancel that one, and we'll just get the boarding done and have the planes take off. There we go. Just to make that little extra money. We might lose out on it, but it's better than the plane just sitting there. So let's cancel some things, and it's just taking a little extra time. Get out of here, boys. Okay, things are looking certainly different around here. We've got everything upgraded as far as we can now in the game. I just can't... Well, actually, we're waiting for driver training to complete, but I just can't get any of the other things that are locked that aren't connected anymore. So, for example, like getting flight scheduling done, I just can't do. It won't let me click the research button. So we're going to finish up some of the remaining research that we can do. Maybe we can get down to security, but it is now 1955, and I think I see Marty and Doc Brown rolling around here. But let's take a look here what we got for airplanes coming in. Wow, we start seeing some other planes coming in for delivery. I've also upgraded the roadways. I think the tarmac and the landing strip are supposed to be upgraded too, but it might be just a graphical thing. So we have a few more buildings to put down. We have ourselves a luxurious airport station, that type of thing, in order to accept better, or rather, more frequent rich passengers or something. I don't know. we'll connect these two together and see how it works out here. Let's see here. Luggage handling. Ah, okay, so we can make it work for two different ones. We can actually have it go here if we want. So we can have one of the airport landing strips do more luxurious deliveries. So let's go ahead and have this one do PAX boarding. So the one closest here will take care of both the luggage and whatnot there at the luxurious one. So we've got our, let's see, small airport and luxurious airport stations down. Looks like we've got a few other things here, hand pumps and a few other buildings for speeding up the refueling process and the cargo loading process. So just things to make it so that way we make a little bit more money. Ah, here we are. Tarmac runway. Okay, there we go. Now, ooh, $46,000. Wow, that is incredibly expensive. Probably won't be able to afford that one just because we need, you know, different planes in order to afford it. But let's go ahead and keep calling in planes now. I was kind of waiting to see how many research projects I could get done there, so I wasn't really doing much in terms of business at the moment. Ah, there we are. So we now have our tarmac taxiway. I wonder if it's upgradable. Oh, we'd have to delete it. Okay. So we can actually upgrade the whole airfield here. Hopefully in the future the developers give us an option to make that a little bit easier in terms of just like click and upgrade. I don't think there's a way to do that at the moment. And we might have a little shortage of cash. Yeah. So it looks like it's just going to be something that we have to delete and then rebuild. So we have access to the actual solid tarmac, none of the grass and dirt stuff anymore. That's cool. Then, of course, we got access to bigger barrel stocks, actual pumps, like I said, the tarmac runway, and, yeah, look at the, it's $46,000. That's crazy, and the ramps are at $6,300. So let's keep speeding up time, then, see if any more planes come in the meantime. So we know what that would look like. You know, it's basically just these kind of gray roads. I'm really excited to see how this works when it's dealing with major jets. This is going to be absolutely amazing to see in the future. And I am hoping that we can eventually get that auto scheduling unlocked so that way we don't have to do everything manually. But they're working on programming that now, I'm sure. So let's go ahead and take a look and see if there's anything else here. It looks like most planes now are the Lockheed Martin 14 or the Beechcraft Model 18. So it looks like we're getting a lot of these kind of like twin-engine cargo planes coming in. No more biplanes now. So that's cool. Bye-bye to biplanes. And let's go ahead and just keep on getting a few more objects. Okay, so we should be able to make some money to complete other upgrades. For research, it seems like we've got all of that done except for maybe a few more things we can do here, but unfortunately I can't get those ones done. Also, these ones are still locked too. I can't research those even though they're connected. So that's totally fine. So a lot of research already completed, though. I wish there was a way to speed it up a little faster than having all those extra people to generate research points and whatnot. We only needed really like one office to get it done. It was more for like the number of researchers you need for bigger projects to unlock. But, of course, it's all subject to change as it is early access and or, you know, part of the alpha. Again, if you haven't checked out down below in the description for the Kickstarter and or to get access for the game, make sure you do in order to support the devs if you haven't already. Okay, well, it looks like we've got quite a few aircraft coming in and out now. I think it'll just be a while till we get to that 46,000, but it's just going to be a waiting game. A game that is going to be kind of boring since I can't really add anything else to the airport and not really any other structures that I can build. There's big barrel things for storage and larger ramp buildings, which probably give us more trucks. Aero kitchens, so that way we can accept catering needs like PAX hosting. That's what this plane needs here, I think, but unfortunately these are probably occupied. So a few other things to connect and get ready. We're going to need, like, for example, Aero kitchen down for that one to be catered to. Let's see if we can do that. There we are, catering here. That's another thing that we can do. Looks like they also want PAX hosting, which is interesting. I don't know how you do PAX hosting. Oh, we will need some vehicles here too, won't we? Let's go ahead and buy a couple of those. And we're actually out of cash, so we'll just have to wait for a little bit more money to come in. But we've seen all the research. Buildings can be upgraded, or rather roads can be upgraded. Buildings can be built right on next to the upgraded roads. And actually, when I researched the road upgrade, that happened automatically. The road was automatically upgraded. So I wish the same would happen for the connections between all of the taxiways. So that'd be kind of nice too. So that way aircraft can actually, you know, immediately take off from the upgraded buildings. I guess if you have the money. Maybe it didn't take it out automatically because I didn't have the cash. All right, let's take a look at research again. Anything else we can research now? Check-in instructions. This is for increasing efficiency, really, just personnel training. So very cool. All right, everybody, I think we're at the end of what we can experience here in this game. I don't think the year will change much further past 1955. I think that's kind of a cutoff, and we'll just keep playing perpetually in this same kind of time period in the 50s. It's not like we're going to see jets or anything like that anytime soon. Douglas DC-4 and whatnot. So, yeah, very cool. So many more planes to see, many more buildings to see as well, and a lot more money to be made, but some of the systems that are there to make us more money just aren't fully implemented yet, such as the scheduling and whatnot. So it'll make things a lot easier when time goes along, but at least we can accept some of these bigger planes when we get a chance. Very good. All right, everybody, if you want to see more of this game, make sure you click, tap, destroy, blow up that like button, and I will see you all next time for more Skyhaven. Make sure you check the description to support them. And thanks for dumping off all the likes as we're getting closer and closer to 1 million subs. Thanks for helping the channel to grow. You guys are awesome, and I'll see you next time. Thanks, everybody, for the support.